Wow. Come on. There you go. Lego. What is up? Welcome. I feel a little weird, like hunched over and stuff. Like, get comfortable. So there's supposed to be a press conference coming up, man. And so I saw somebody in the chat. One, I don't have any notifications. So if you guys could help me out with likes, I'd appreciate that. That'd be cool. There's a press conference that we're waiting on.
And hopefully we'll hear him in the next 5 or 10 minutes as police are supposed to give an update here on Live Now from Fox. We're going to keep with this shot here coming up. We're going to watch this unfold, hopefully give you a full...
We're waiting for the police. They should be giving an update with the whole situation, I guess, with the shooting and I got another backup feed too, which is good. Okay, this is the best one right here. This is the best one right here. And so in the meantime, while we wait, we can hang out, talk a little bit.
If they only had a brain.
There's an article I thought we could get into. Oh, cop murders burglar eating ice cream in his own. Oh, I covered this story a long time ago. Botham Jean and I can't remember her name. I thought it was Amber or something. Wow. It's an old story. So there was this story right here. A friend sent me this. They're talking about some witness accounts. And this is Los Angeles Times. It says here the mass shooting, well, one of California's worst in recent memory, has left Los Angelines. It's kind of weird. And the nation struggling to make sense of this violence. Wong Wei, who lives near the scene of the shooting, had 4 friends who were at the Star Dance Studio on Saturday night, including his sister. He had invited to go, but decided not to. Wei said one of his friends was injured in the shooting and was lying on the ground. Damn. With blood on her face. One of his friends was injured. Wow, so I guess she survived. The gunman was holding a long gun and appeared to be firing indiscriminately. Wei was told the boss of the studio was referred to as Ma and had also been shot and was on the floor. She said certainly he was dead. He wasn't moving. Wei said he wasn't sure about the condition of his friend or whether she'd been hospitalized. Seung-won Choi, who owns a seafood barbecue restaurant at Garvey Avenue across from where the shooting happened, said 3 people rushed into his restaurant and told him to lock the door. That one we know about. That was a little interesting story. Yeah, I haven't slept. I couldn't sleep. I might not even come back tomorrow, to be honest with you. I couldn't sleep, man. I tried. I was chilling. I talked to some friends. I went out. Some unplanned stuff came up, so no. I don't know, man. After the stream, I gotta go do something, but yeah, I'm running on fumes. I could not sleep. Is the mic good? Is it not cutting out and stuff? It sounds good. It should be good, right? I've been doing a little test to make sure it should be running smooth. If you have headphones, if you don't have headphones, you're not going to be able to properly assess the audio. But if you have headphones on, you can tell me. I didn't buy this gangster microphone to have issues. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take off tomorrow. I don't know, because I was supposed to do that stream with Marcelo Botello, but I feel like I need to be on point to do that. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll have to reschedule it for another day or something. I mean, the good thing about that is that there's no time limit. You know, there's no like I got to do it today because whatever. It's the only thing is that I don't know if the trials. Oh no, it's not tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Why do I keep thinking it's Tuesday? Today's. I keep thinking it's Monday. It's Sunday. All right, let me chill out. That's true. Sally Doll says get some indica. So I had a friend in another state that would sometimes send me stuff, but I don't know. She decided not to because they didn't want to take any chances. I don't like that. Like here in South Florida, all they have is like these weird synthetic stuff, and I just don't want to take a chance with synthetic stuff. You know, I don't know. I might have some real stuff too, but it's kind of old. I haven't tried it. out in a long time, like the actual have it packaged somewhere. But that is a good idea, though. That would put me to sleep. I'd probably sleep really well with that. I kind of wanted to try that. Tech Death Hippie says microdose shrooms. I hear that's good. I don't know. Would I end up crazy over a long period of time? That's what I need. I need that Cali stuff. Some Cali stuff. The stuff I was getting was from Colorado, which is pretty good too. Colorado. No, it's not legal in Florida. I mean, you can get. I guess Florida they have if you have a medical whatever, but nobody in Florida like really purchase. Like they all just get it from somebody they know. I used to really like the what they do have in the stores though that's legal. They have a Delta. What do they got? Delta, is it Delta 9? That I actually like, and you can buy it in the store. Delta 8 is regular THC, like the normal regular strain that people smoke. Delta 9 I think is the other one, and then there's Delta 10. Delta 9 was actually like I used to take the gummy sometimes just to go to bed at night, and it helped me to. It was really nice just to go to sleep at night. I do feel a little crazy today. Yeah, a little bit. Running on fumes. D9 vapes. There was a store I went to the other day because I was like trying to see like, oh, maybe if they have something there, and they had some weird shit called what was it? HHC, and I'm like, what the hell is? I think it's HHC. What in the world is that? HHC creates effects that can last up to 12 hours. No thanks. No thank you. Compared to THC's effects only last a few hours. Nah, no, I'm good. 12 hours? Nope. I'm good. Miranda says technically it's not fake. So there's just different types. I just don't want the weird synthetic stuff, man. Like I just hear too many crazy stories. You know, I don't want any of that. I like crazy stuff. Leave that for the young kids. Yeah, man, I gotta be high for 12, 16 hours, man. I just want that shit for sleep. Just to go to sleep, that's it. Have you tried Vistaril? No, but I've heard of that. I know it's a prescription medication. I've tried Ambien like twice. I don't. Ambien's really scary. I didn't have any issues, but I just hear like you sleep too well in that shit. Like you don't know if you're gonna wake up again. You know. And you hear all these stories like Tiger Woods. Like I knew friends that used to like abuse that stuff. You hear stories like people walking in their sleep on Ambien. You sleep a little too good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're in a too much of a deep sleep. You don't know if you're gonna get back up. But I haven't tried that one though. The one you're talking about. Oh really? Shit, doctor. Can you? I don't. Yeah, that's true. Silvio can hook it up. I'd have to go all the way out to Miami, but he can. He's done it a long time ago. Like it's been a really long time. I never thought about that, but yeah, Silvio's right there. That's true. I think it's like a 30-minute drive, but he is right there. Damn, you take Ambien and you still wake up? Wow. Yeah, it's like I guess it affects everybody differently, right? I think Benadryl is like one of the worst things because I used to take it when I was like doing graveyard, and the thing with Benadryl is it's like it just adds up, like your tolerance and stuff. And so it's like if you need it, if you take it every day, like if you're taking it to go to sleep, it just like the more you take it, the like frequency, like daily, the less it's effective, and you have to take more, and then you wake up all drowsy and groggy. It's like, but Labor Root is nice. Brandon, I like that too. I like it in my tea actually. I like chamomile tea. All I have to do tonight is just take some chamomile tea and I'm sure I'll sleep good. No way. Yeah, Benadryl's like you've been drugged or something. Passion flower is really nice too. Passion flower, lemon balm. I like that stuff in my my tea. What's all right? Thank you guys for coming through. Yeah, we have no notifications, so appreciate that. Just waiting for the presser.
Last mic check, 1 2, mic check 1 2 3. Testing 1 2.
Doing a little mic check. I figured we'd come back. Oh, so the thing too with Chester earlier. So they came out with an article pretty much saying the same things that we saw in that video interview that we watched earlier. And so Chester believes, again, Chester says that Chester Chong, he says he believes that the woman's husband is the suspect in the case and jealousy may be a possible motive for the shooting. And that he said that, so the owner of this dance studio, they have like a thing where they invite people, but select people, allegedly. And so this woman was invited, but not the husband. And the husband got upset, supposedly. So, I mean, bro, if this is something like this guy just lost his shit over that, bro, I don't know what to say, man. I told you, Dr. Edward Moskowitz, so email me. Okay, email me. Free care. All right, yeah, I'll hit you up. Don't put your license on there, but I'll yeah, definitely. I meant to call you too a while back. I meant to call you. I know we were supposed to talk. I was supposed to talk to you about the computer safety stuff. Because I was going to tell you what you could do to protect yourself. Melatonin, Danielle. No, you didn't miss nothing, guys. We're waiting to get started. I think they're a little bit late. Allergic to Benadryl, really? I need to, you know what? I would love to get a combination, something that has the magnesium, the L-theanine, the, what else? The valerian root, all the amazing sleeping, relaxing supplements in one. And to take that like at night. I should have made some tea for this, for the stream. So the shooter's dead. I had to get RX hydroxyzine. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Big Red J. Doxepin. Oh, Calm. I think I've heard of that. It's called Calm, Beautiful Sunflower. Damn. Kitty said, I wish hydroxyzine made me sleep. I take 3 a day for anxiety. It's so interesting how like all this stuff has different effects on people. Oh, for real? Right? Okay, hit me up. Email me. I think my problem is that I take this pre-workout sometimes. And so like when I was streaming earlier today, I took this pre-workout that's actually really strong. And so, I think it, I don't realize it, but it lasts a couple hours. And so then when I want to go to sleep, my heart's just kind of like racing and stuff. Is it medical weed? Yeah, but most people don't have medical licenses. Really, nobody here gets that medical stuff. Most people just find somebody that sells it. Even in Cali people just find somebody that sells it. Well, it's legal, so they go to the stores too. But I know a lot of people out there that they just find somebody that's selling it. They're not going to the dispensary. That's been a while. Christina says you just need someone to put it on you real good and you'll sleep like a baby. Yeah, it probably is. Master Roshi says that stuff is really bad for your heart, dude. I think I take a lot of pre-workout. Sound check.
Are you all good? Everybody's good sound-wise? 2. You're good sound-wise? All right.
I think I take a lot of the pre-workout because I'm really supposed to be on Adderall, but I don't like taking it, so I just don't take it at all. And so I think I'm almost supplementing that. I don't know, even though it's works differently. But you can check out Brianenton's post a few hours ago. The married incel motives. No way. Let's check it out. I'm telling you, people thought I was crazy. I really starting to think it's a possible thing that there's sometimes incels that somehow get out of their situation. And then they get married or they get into one serious relationship. They've never been in any relationship in their life. And they get one person. And that one person, oh, it's going to be hell to pay. Let me see. Oh, let's check it out. Brianenton. I'll leave the audio on so we don't miss it. Okay. Nancy Liu. So Brianenton says here, Chester Chong, chairman of the Chinese Chamber. Damn. Chairman. All those C's. Chester Chong, chairman of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, LA, says he believes the shooting stems from a domestic dispute involving dance partners. Damn, bro. I can't even So the source is the same person, but I guess Nancy Liu maybe spoke to her Chester Chong as well. According to Chong, suspect's wife had been invited to the party and husband was not. Bro, imagine somebody going nuts, killing 10 people because you didn't get invited to a party. I mean, and then I just can't imagine how frustrating it must be for the families. I'd be pissed as hell. I don't know. There's got to be more, yo. It can't just be that. You didn't get an invite to the party? And so, but that would make sense why maybe he targeted dance cells. Oh, shit. Maybe that would make sense why he targeted this other dance studio. And I saw somebody earlier was asking I don't know. Because this Chester Chong, he knows the owner of the dance studio where people were killed. And then the second studio that he went to, they stopped him. I wonder if there's some sort of correlation because it seems like a tight community. Are the owners, does that person that did the invites, the owner, do they own both places? Or do they have some sort of relation? No, we're still waiting on the presser. It's coming up. I think they're a little late, guys. We just gotta hang out. No way. Moses say it 10 times fast. No. That's what I'm wondering. Alexandria G says maybe his wife was in there. I'm wondering if the wife was in there, and I also wonder if the wife was one of the people that went to the hospital or one of the people that was killed. I also wonder, are they going to finally announce his name at this presser because now he's deceased? His family had also said, supposedly, that he has mental health problems. Joe Matt says, Mel left my husband who abused me, and he was definitely a married incel. I feel like, wow, I feel like they should do something. He went crazy, stalking me everywhere for a year. Holy crap. It's definitely a thing. And we saw that Reddit post. I know it's anecdotal, and this is all just anecdotal, right? But I saw that Reddit post that that guy was talking about, he was an incel, and he got married, and he said that he still struggles with all that incel stuff. That he got married. I don't know if they had kids. I think she was pregnant. He was still not satisfied. Yeah, I do, Meredith. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD. That's why I'm all over the place most of the time. I have a lot of, even the people that talk to me, my friends that talk to me on the phone, they could be talking to me. I could be in the middle of a conversation, and one little thing pops up on the computer, one little notification, and boom, I'll literally completely zone out what they're saying, and then I'll pretend like I was listening, and I'll try to catch the last thing of what they said, and I'll be like, oh yeah, is that Even my mother, she catches me like drifting off sometimes. Dance hall. So what? So they had like, what are they doing in that dance place? Dancing, you can know. What else? No, I didn't nap. I did not nap at all. I did lay down and relax, but I couldn't sleep. I think because of the pre-workout I took out earlier, I could feel like my heart still going fast. So. Yeah, why aren't they releasing this guy's name? like when you say breast. Yeah, I do that a lot too. Actually, sometimes I'll start reading and I'll fill in the word ahead of time, like thinking or predicting what it's going to be there, and I don't know, I'll get tongue-tied.
I gotta do it before these people come out.
Yeah, we've been here 20 minutes now. Maybe they're getting ready to come out. Debbie's the OG. One of the OGs.
3, 2, 1.
I just want to say too, thank you to the mods that have been here throughout the day on and off, or maybe you've been here all day. I appreciate you guys, and you guys in the chat too. Thank you for hanging out with me today, riding out. I have a hard time with that. Carmen says stop drinking caffeinated tea, coffee, sodas. I don't know. Caffeine is like one of those things for me.
Reporting from Monterey Park, ABC 7. Oh no, it's not 3. It's KGO. ABC 7 News 3.
You doing barbecue today? Where are you at? It's already almost 8 o'clock here. Maybe you're in the West Coast.
Reporting from Monterey Park, ABC 7 News.
Still waiting. Oh shit. Oh no, debit, no debit.
Are they not getting channel 2?
Mark Cuban pharma equals cost plus drugs, cash only.
Now, they need it for KGO. He's gonna feed it to you right now.
Yeah, I do get more headaches too without coffee.
Switch it to channel 2 audio to get the. So roll now. You roll.
I think I just need to just take a little bit less of the pre-workout. I think I'll be fine. Maybe like half instead of a full scoop. Take a little bit half. Gotta have caffeine, but they complain about no sleep. Hey, gotta keep going.
Are you getting the audio now?
Harpoon Games, thank you so much for the super chat.
Hello.
Super sticker.
Are you getting the audio now?
The only energy drink I like is the Celsius. I don't know, it's kind of light. And I like the flavor and the taste and the carbonation. And I like I don't do Monster anymore. I don't do Red Bull anymore. There is the C4 is actually pretty nice too. The taste, I like it. The pre-workout drink, like the little energy drink. Chat's going fast.
This is the Look Live intro and tag for KGO.
Coach Karen, I sent you a tweet for live vaccine coverage on this. Did you? Okay, I found you. Oh, I appreciate it, Karen. So AXN, I don't know that I can use these people's streams. He is there on the ground. Or I don't know where he's at. Oh, they're taking the van. I just don't want to play, because some people don't like you using their stream, and then I don't want it to be a problem. But that guy is live, and I guess they're like taking the van away. Just show you real quick.
Okay, so send that to
AXN News.
KGO or whatever you're gonna do. Okay, tell Hathaway to switch it back to channel 2 now. Okay, KGO.
I like white wine. I went through a phase for a while that I was drinking a lot of red wine. But now I'm just into white wine, and I like my favorite one is called, what is it? Margarita, Sangarita.
Same thing, but it'll be me live.
Best wine.
And then we just have an 11. And that's it. Yeah, we have a
called
5:30 and 6. No, 5:30 will be the VO
Margarita.
with a new SOT. And the 6 will be the VO with a new SOT.
Better call that shit. Or Santa Margarita or something like that. What is it called?
That's right. Right after 6. The reason I did that little package is because I knew this wasn't going to start on time.
There it is.
No, it never did.
Santa Margarita. Right now, that's kind of my favorite wine.
For 5:30, it will.
And I like champagne a lot too. I like Prosecco a lot.
And then our 6 o'clock is just. That's it. See?
Yeah, that Santa Margarita is pretty nice. It's smooth.
Well, they say there's a 7.
I like Cupcake too. Cupcake's one of the ones I used to drink a lot.
Exactly. And by the way, the package for the 11 will be the same thing as.
Wine gives you migraines?
We'll put
I wonder if it's like the sugar. Maybe too much sugar. I wonder why it gives you.
I've been doing this long.
I know, Coco. I really should plan something to take some time off sometime. I've just been kind of grinding, but I really should. I kind of want to do it after maybe I get a place, like a bigger place. But I should.
Maybe. Yes, Danielle.
I was honestly not really going to do anything today. I didn't have any plans, and then everything just happened with this shooting.
Next year, I'll have been doing this work for 40 years. I can't believe I've survived and not killed someone.
I know. I need to come in that. You up? Are you up there too, Debbie?
Manager.
So I have another friend that's up there too as well. She keeps telling me about Napa Valley.
No.
She's supposed to be sending me a bottle in the mail.
You know how they are. I have the emotional scars over 40 years to prove it. I don't know. They're moving that way, but could they come out this side door? It's the only thing I can think of. They will come out that side door to trick us. Well, the door's a little bit open. It's like one of the doors.
I just want a bigger place.
Maybe these
That's
doors are
all.
locked and they can't use them.
It's a little cramped here.
They'll come out that way.
I kind of like I live really well within my means, under my means, so I don't have to stress out or anything like that. But like it's time already to get like a bigger place.
I don't care. Just get this thing.
Overdue. Taking caffeine all day, then taking something for sleep can't be. Yeah, that's true. I agree, Cam. Probably not. But I probably should cut the caffeine. I'm always struggling to like balance things out, whether it's sleep or supplements or working out or
Allegedly.
like even YouTube. Sometimes I think I do too much YouTube, because then I got to do other things outside of YouTube, you know. Yeah, just need more space. No. I moved in the beginning of the year, but I got a pretty small place. The best thing was actually having a fiber optic internet. That was the big plus, because I was stuck with Comcast before, and Comcast was just a pain, man. It's not good for internet in South Florida anyway. It's not good for internet. It's definitely not good for business. Even their business service is like horrible. One of the worst I've ever seen. Just complete waste of money. So and I couldn't get the place I was at before. I could not get the fiber optic AT&T. Yeah, we are getting to 200K slowly. I guess it's not that slow, but we're at 175. Less than 500 now to get to 176. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the kitties. Yeah, I started feeding these cats, and now they come around all the time, and I really like them, but I don't think I can take them with me. I mean, how am I gonna take the cats? Because the thing is, I mean, I know I can put them in like in a little cage, but then what? When I bring them with me, I don't think they're comfortable with being inside. They're just outside cats.
The VO for this.
They're spoiled as hell, man. I get these little nice wet food, and then I get these little cat treats too, like this big bag of cat treats. I post it sometimes on Discord or like in my stories. But then if I bring with me in the cat carrier, what happens? They're not going to stay inside, I don't think. And then if I leave them outside, they're not going to know where they're at, right? They might be confused and lost.
Nothing yet.
They walk in here sometimes though. Like if I leave the door open, like they'll literally walk inside. They'll go to the bathroom. They'll come in. They've come in here into the room sometimes. They walk into the kitchen and they'll run back out.
Are we going to wait? Do you want to, or do you want me to say something? I mean, I don't know what I can say.
You know what Francis says? You don't want to get a doggy for your daughter. Maddie told me the other day that she doesn't like dogs, which surprised me. I like dogs and cats. I mean, the cats don't stay inside here, so I don't really consider them like that I'm managing or taking care of them. But I feed them all the time. They always come up to the door and stuff, and I hang out with them outside for a little bit. There's an orange one that really likes me. Yeah, they're stray. I guess you could say they're stray. Yeah.
Well, we're still waiting for this news conference to start again.
No, Nita, you didn't miss the press conference. They're actually, I guess, running late, so we're just hanging out, talking about.
Yes.
Maddie told me that for the first time the other day. Yeah, I've seen Maddie get along with dogs before. So I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened because I've had a couple of years ago when I was with one of my exes, we had to babysit a dog and she got along with that dog really well, but I'm not sure what happened the other day that she told me she don't like cats. I mean, dogs.
Oh, do you want to rerun the package? That's fine. I sent a separate VO. Okay. Okay.
It could be Roblox too. Sometimes you're playing that Roblox stuff, you know.
Well, we are still waiting for that news conference to get.
And that Roblox, you got to be careful when these kids are on there too, because most of the stuff is fine on there, but then every now and then you kind of catch something on there that's a little, you know. I don't really know that it's all kids on there playing. You think some of these people seem kind of older playing that game. La Ballroom Studio.
I'll just kind of move out of the way and just show the door again.
Venues, event spaces, performing arts, dance studios.
We haven't heard anything.
It's mostly good reviews. Somebody on here is complaining.
We haven't heard anything.
Thank you for the update.
You're welcome.
The other reporter was Sassy, the other one that was questioning the cop. Why are we here? There's no updates. I was like, damn. So that's the owner. This is the first dance studio. Owner Maria Star Ballroom Dance Studio. Who owns the second one?
We are waiting. We're still waiting for that news conference to start again. It was scheduled at 4:30, but as we said earlier, it's been such an incredible.
Oh God! Living the dream said my dog loved my hamster to death. That's true. Probably inside cats will poop on your pillow. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want a pet right now. As long as I can last. She's not asking for a pet. I know one day she's gonna want one, and so we'll cross that when we get there. But for now, especially in this place that's a little bit smaller, until I get a bigger place or she starts asking, I'm not gonna rush it. But she used to have a couple times I've seen her get along with dogs.
Still waiting.
But it was the first time yesterday, a couple of days ago. She was like, "I don't like dogs." Like,
Piece
what?
together all the information, and throughout the day, most of these news conferences have been a little late. You can see right there, that is where we are expecting the sheriff and others to come out to give us an update on the suspect. This attack has certainly stunned this community, and they are struggling to deal with all of this.
Right? Notion of death. Right. I know. I agree.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
No, I don't. That's why I need like a bigger place. Where I was at before, there was like a backyard and all this stuff. I mean, there is out here, but it's not really mine, you know. So yeah, I don't know. She might have, or maybe it's Roblox, because sometimes in Roblox they have all these like different characters and like different animals as monsters and stuff like that. So maybe, but she was playing the game when she told me that. Because I never heard her say that before. And she's stayed a couple of times, like when she's gone with family. They've had dogs, and she's gotten along with them. Oh, yeah, he's dead, pirate. Well, what's he doing? We believe the guy's dead. So that's the other thing, too, now that you remind me. So that guy that killed himself, I'm assuming that was the shooter, but they haven't really confirmed either yet that that was him. So maybe they'll confirm now in this press conference.
And again, we are waiting for this news conference. Sheriff Luna expected to give us more details about the suspect. As soon as that starts, we will bring it to you live. Reporting live from Monterey Park, I'm Carlos Granda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you.
Oh, no, Wanny. Don't even get me started on rabbits. Been there, done that, multiple X's. Nah. Sorry. You couldn't pay me to have a rabbit. I could tell you stories with rabbits. Nah. No. No. A chinchilla? Those are, let me see what that looks like. I forgot. Reddish pets. Oh, it's like a rat. Bro, rabbits? Let me tell you something, man. People, they just look at it because they're cute or whatever. It's a lot of maintenance. They poop a lot. They poop everywhere. All the time. And so it smells. And so you have to constantly clean that cage. And if you let them out of the cage, they're pooping all over the floor, all over the carpet, all this stuff. Rabbits are... I don't want to go too in depth, but there's two stories, but I had one ex that was like, oh, I mean, it's so obvious if I tell, but yeah, I know, I want to get a rabbit. I think it's cute, blah, blah, blah. And I warned her about it because she's just not somebody that's really responsible. And so I warned her, but she didn't listen to me. All right. I don't even know because I feel bad telling the story. So she gets the pet. And I don't know, because a couple times that I had gone there after she got it, at first she was letting the pet run around. Then she kind of stopped. And then at one point, the pet was just in the cage the entire time. I kind of look at rabbits and I'm like, I don't really know that they're meant to be in a cage, man. You know, like, it just seems like they should be running free. Like, it's just too small. Even if you get like a decent size, to be there for a prolonged period of time, I don't know. But anyway, one day she called me and she was like hysterical, and the rabbit was dead. And so of course, because I'm the one that has to do the cleanup work, I had to come there, and the rabbit was just in the cage. It was dead. So I had to I feel like I was getting rid of a body, because she wanted me to put the thing in a garbage bag and the whole thing, hide it or something, because from neighbors, I guess. I don't know. So I felt bad, but that's why I try to tell people, if you don't think you can get it, if you're not going to be whatever, don't get the pet, man. Just because it's cute, you know? It was another story too that I had, because I had another ex a long time ago. Another one that was into having a bunch of pets. And so we had like 2 dogs, 2 cats, 2 rabbits. That's when I started telling the people that I'm with, like, we're not going to have an exorbitant amount of animals. So we start with the, oh yeah, I want it. Nah. No. Especially if I'm the one that's going to be in charge of it. But there was one time with that ex, with all these animals, the farmhouse that we had. I was working at the hospital and she calls me, she's hysterical. Like, no, she called me. I thought like a person died. I thought like somebody died in her family. Just like, you gotta come home. You gotta come home. Like, just hysterical. I really thought somebody had died in her family. And I was like, I can't leave. And I don't remember if I left earlier. I think I just went on my lunch break is what I did. I went on my lunch break and it was almost the same situation, except and one of the animals did it. To this day, I don't know which one it was. There was 2 rabbits, one was dead, and to this day I don't know if it was the dog Bruno, that was my baby Bruno, or there was these 2 cats, and there was kind of like an evil orange cat that we had. We got that one from Humane Society, and I think that cat must have had some trauma in its past, but I never trusted that cat. Something was kind of shady about that cat. Like, pets usually love me. I get along with a lot of pets. That cat, we didn't get along. There was something shady about that cat. And I really think to this day it was the cat that killed that rabbit. So again, I had to go and clean the body. So when people tell me this whole rabbit shit, yo, I get flashbacks. I mean, no. I'm good. You think the dog did it? What do you guys think, dog or the cat? And the cat that's outside right now is a really cute orange cat. I like that orange cat. But something about that cat is the look in the eyes. We never got along. If I tell you the breed of the dog, you're probably going to say the dog. But he was such a baby. The dog was a baby. No, I don't want iguana. You like iguanas? Aren't they kind of vicious? They're not meant to be indoors either, right? Do people have iguana pets? I think rabbits, if you can have them, I don't know, it depends on the weather. If you can have them outside or something, playing like a big thing outside or something.
Not necessarily.
My cat has killed rabbits, so that's possible. It's not you, trust me. Orange cats are most often vicious. That cat, yeah, I don't know what it was. He hissed at me a couple times too. I didn't get along with that cat.
Now, are they going to release his name? Maybe. Maybe not. Until they get more information.
No, possum, I would never do a possum.
I don't think. They may just say, okay, it was
Another one that's kind of another pet that's a lot of work is kind of somewhat a lot of work are turtles.
Whether they give his name, I don't know.
Remember I had one time and I just thought like they're easy, whatever, but their tanks get dirty really fast, and so you have to clean it at least, I think, once a week. I think minimum.
Could jeopardize.
Let me see how often.
Could there be other people involved? And they want to find that out first before people like us start knocking on doors
How
and
often?
making calls. So they want to. I mean, because it could be like part of a group.
Oh, this just says every 2 to 3 weeks. I swear it was like 1 week, every 1 week. That tank, it says once every 2 to 3 weeks.
So it could be part of a game.
This other one said you should perform this task about once a week. I'm pretty sure optimally it's got to be once a week, but then most of the websites say every 3 weeks or so. This one website says once per week because they poop in there and they're eating in there and all this stuff. They can be really messy.
No, I think it's.
Turtles can be stinky too. Yeah, they can be.
It could be old. It could be everything. This guy was really against hamsters because he went to 2 camps. So he just.
A mini cow. 80% of ginger cats are male. I didn't know that. A sea turtle.
So he says, I'm angry. But I heard it was a domestic maintenance.
Yeah, Kelly says my son had a tiny little water turtle. They suck for parents. Never get talked into them. It's just maintenance. Yeah, it's like a lot of maintenance. You'll be a slave to it. Don't get turtles. It's a trick. I feel like it's a trick. Yeah.
So I don't want to piss her off.
Hermit crabs are cute. That's actually, I think Flossie was telling me to get that. I forgot who was it. Flossie? Or was that Lindsay? I don't know. One of them was telling me for the longest to get a hermit crab for Maddie.
Did it?
Hey Kim, you're totally missing the conversation here about the suspect. The volume's up. They're not talking about anything. Is it somewhere else on another channel? Ooh. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I've seen that before. An oxotil. Those are like, aren't they? They look like salamanders, don't they? Oxotil. How do you say? Oh, those are those fish.
Exactly.
Axolotl.
Oh, my sound's not
Axolotl.
working. The hell? Oh, maybe you're right.
He's absolutely right.
Oh. Okay. I don't know why my sound was off.
Yeah. Online to hell.
6.
Hello?
Try again.
Axolotl.
Oh, axolotl.
Yeah,
Damn.
nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. I know. I love that. Not a sign yet. It's like, I will tell you guys. Yes.
Axolotl. No, but the sound for this for some reason was disabled on my computer. I don't know why. That way, I don't think we missed anything though. And they're pretty late for the presser. I honestly, I really thought we were just this was gonna be an in and out stream. Can you believe we've been here 50 minutes already? What the heck? 50 minutes. Wow. Well, I guess that's what we're just kind of chattering about. I don't know about hamsters. I don't know. Thanks, Fran. I don't think. I don't know. I've never had a hamster. I've had a parakeet when I was a kid. I've had fish, like little fish and stuff. There was this guy that had this gangster ass fish tank when I came to Florida. His name was Mike. I mean, he paid got to be like thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars, man. Like this huge thing in his room, special lights, all this kind of like filtration. He had saltwater fish. He had exotic fish in there and all kinds of stuff. And then one day he put something in, like an egg. Let me see. I feel like, I don't know if it was like a shark egg. He put some sort of thing in there and something happened where it just killed I think I don't know, whatever happened. I don't know if the way it hatched or like something leaked. All the expensive fish in there died. The whole entire tank was sabotaged. Whatever he did, he killed that whole thing, man. All those fish were dead. Thousands of, and he never did that tank again. Yeah, I'm in Florida. Thanks, Laura. Yeah, I took it from that screenshot. I think it's from the Court TV interview that I did months ago. Email me. Let's see. Tilja, email me. Let me know what your suggestion is. Unless you want to say it in the chat, but you can email me the suggestion. Yeah, I feel bad when I leave. I'd be happy with just taking one of them, but then I don't know if I'm separating them. I don't know if taking on 3 is too much also. Sloths. Those sloths are kind of creepy, aren't they? To have a sloth. You'd have a sloth? The plant, she likes plants actually. We used to do used to plant some stuff at the other place. Yeah, we have zoos here too. We do. It's been a long time. I took her for one of her birthdays to the zoo. Let me see. Do I have this popping up here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alpha David. Never met a hamster I trusted. Thanks for the super chat, man. Sunny California. Thanks for the super chat. Says you're doing well. Enjoy your personality. And I'm also hyper too. Oh yeah, thank you. I get pretty hyper, man. Sometimes, like even before the stream, sometimes I'm like blasting music, taking a shower. I usually go through a whole thing. I usually like to work out before the stream. I didn't do that today at all, but do a little cardio or something, run, then come home, take a shower, and get some tea. Hello? All right, there we go. Sloths are fascinating, but once you read the fun facts about them, it'll gross you out. Jumping jacks are good too sometimes. Jumping jacks. I like jump rope. I like to do a little run outside sometimes or a little bit of jump rope. Jump rope's pretty fast and efficient. No. Never done that. Confluence said, have you ever taken your daughter to Peppa Pig Park? I didn't even know that existed. I know the cartoon, the show. We have Sesame Place. Oh, the Sesame Place reminds me of that whole crazy situation, that story we covered recently. That looks like fun, though. But of course, my daughter wants to take the flight there. Oh, here we go. Finally. Okay. Wow. Yeah, we managed 50 minutes of just hanging out. Good job.
Good afternoon. My name is Lorena Rodriguez. I'm captain at Sheriff's Information Bureau. Sheriff Luna and officials will provide an update on yesterday's incident. The order of speakers will be Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Robert Luna, Congressmember Judy Shu, Senator Susan Rubio, Assemblymember Mike Fong, Monterey Park Mayor Henry Lowe, and in closing, Monterey Park Police Department Chief Scott Weiss. Thank you.
Audio's not. Let me see if I can.
Well, good evening to everybody, and thank you all for being here and hanging in with us today. It's been a very challenging day. So let me give you what I believe will be the last update of the day, and then after the speakers, I'll come back up here to answer any questions that you may have. Earlier today, the Sheriff's homicide investigators, working alongside all of our law enforcement partners, were able to confirm the identity of the male inside the white cargo van as the suspect in the mass shooting that we had in Monterey Park. Based on the previous information relayed by homicide investigators regarding the white van involved and seen leaving the scene of the incident in the city of Alhambra, the Torrance Police Department was notified, and at 10:20 a.m., the Torrance police officers located the white van matching the description near the area of Sepulveda Boulevard and Hawthorne Boulevard. As Torrance officers pulled behind the vehicle, the white van entered a shopping center parking lot. When officers exited their patrol vehicle to contact the occupant, they heard one gunshot coming from within the van. Officers retreated and requested several tactical teams to respond. 2 armored vehicles responded and were able to restrict the van's movement. At 12:52 p.m., our sheriff's SWAT team approached and cleared the van and determined the suspect sustained a self-inflicted gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators conducted a search of the vehicle and determined the male inside the van was the mass shooting suspect. During the search, several pieces of evidence were found inside the van linking the suspect to both locations in Monterey Park and Alhambra. In addition, a handgun was discovered inside the van. The suspect has been identified as Hu Can Tran, and the way that's spelled is H-U-U, middle name C-A-N, last name T-R-A-N. He is a 72-year-old male Asian.
Wow.
I can confirm that there are no outstanding suspects from the mass shooting incident that occurred in the city of Monterey Park. And although that closes a portion of a very long day for all of us, the investigation is still ongoing. Sheriff's homicide detectives are working around the clock, gathering additional information and working on determining the motive behind this extremely tragic event. I would like to thank Chief Weiss and the Monterey Park Police Department, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, California Governor's Office of Emergency Services, the United States Department of Justice, the Torrance Police Department, the District Attorney's Office, Supervisor Hilda Solis, who has been here with us for the previous pressers, and the surrounding South Bay law enforcement agencies. Initially, we're giving thanks to the Monterey Park Fire Department for their life-saving measures. I was informed before coming out here, we still have 7 victims who are hospitalized. And I'm sure that the work of our firefighters and police officers contributed to saving at least those lives. As I stand up here, I'm very proud, really, of all of us, the community, all of you in the media. I could say we did this together. We really did. And when there's tragedy, we have to lean on each other, and that's what we did. But before I walk off and turn it over to the next speaker, when I got here and I saw, and I told you this morning, the look in the eyes of the homicide investigators and all of their staff, you could just tell they were going to get this guy. And although I couldn't talk in detail about that earlier today, I'm very proud of Captain Andy Meyer and the whole entire Homicide Bureau, who not only got us to this point, but there's a lot of work and investigation to be done. And just real quick before I turn it over to the next speaker, you've been asking me about motive. We still are not clear on the motive. The investigation continues, and that is something we are all extremely, we want to know. We want to know how something like this, something this awful can happen. Also in regards to the weapons, there was a handgun, as I described, that was discovered in the van with the suspect. The weapon that was recovered from the Alhambra location, in which, remember, the suspect went to the Alhambra location after he conducted the shooting, and he was disarmed by two community members who I consider to be heroes because they saved lives. This could have been much worse. The weapon that we recovered at that second scene, I'm describing as a magazine-fed, semi-automatic assault pistol. Not an assault rifle, but an assault pistol that had an extended large capacity magazine attached to it. That's the pistol that was recovered at the location in Alhambra. So with that, I'll come back up for questions after the rest of our partners behind me speak. So I'll turn it now over to the next speaker.
I'm Congressmember Judy Chu, and I represent Monterey Park. I want to give my enormous thanks and gratitude to law enforcement for finding this shooter. All this afternoon, the community was in fear, thinking that they should not go to any events because there was an active shooter. But law enforcement came out and they were able to find the shooter with not even 24 hours passing. So I really have to thank LA County Sheriffs, and thank you so much, Sheriff Luna. Sheriff Luna, please, a big round of applause. I want to thank our Monterey Park Police Department and Police Chief Scott Weiss for keeping us safe in this community. I want to thank the Torrance Police Department for identifying the suspect and ultimately making sure that he was caught. And I want to thank all who've come together today, from the national level to the local level. Our local city council, which has been amazing, but also I got calls today from the White House, from the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, and from our Mayor, Karen Bass. All expressed concerns and offered their resources to us to make sure that we could end this terrible situation. I still have questions in my mind, which is, what was the motive for this shooter? Did he have a mental illness? Was he a domestic violence abuser? How did he get these guns? And was it through legal means or not? Well, those questions will have to be answered in the future. But what I want to do here is to say to the community, feel safe. You are no longer in danger because this shooter is gone. And so, I told you this morning, I've lived in this city for 37 years, and I was mayor and city council member at one time. And I said that this community is resilient. And what I saw today and what I see at this moment is indeed We are resilient and we are stronger together.
Hello, I'm State Senator Susan Rubio. I represent the city of Monterey Park. And I want to start by offering condolences to all the families that are today destroyed and trying to find a way to keep moving forward with such a loss. I want to also commend those two individuals that tackled the gun away from the second incident, because we would be standing here with a lot more tragedy. So I want to thank those two individuals, and we hope to honor them at some point in the near future. But I also want to commend our public safety, from our local police to our sheriff, Luna, and everyone that did what needed to be done to ensure that we bring safety back into our community. So as you heard Congresswoman express, we want to make sure that our community knows it's still a safe community. So thank you to all those that were working really diligently to ensure that we capture the individual responsible for these senseless acts of violence. And we need to continue to condemn any type of violence. It has no place in our communities. I want to also praise first responders for their quick action and those at our local hospital taking care of the victims. So please, I ask all of you also to take a moment to think of the teachers. I was a teacher for 17 years, and I was in the classroom many times where I had to be the one offering condolences and comfort to those children that were coming into my classrooms, and it was my job to answer questions when they were confused and they needed answers. So to all those that have children in the schools, say thank you to your teachers, because they're going to have to deal with this tragedy. It's not over. Even though we know that it's a safe community, we cannot change the heart and mind of those kids that right now are feeling uneasy, scared, unsure. So please support our local teachers. They have a tough job ahead of them. And to our local city council, our Mayor Henry Lowe, and the rest of the council, they've been tremendously proactive in trying to ensure that our community feels safe, that this city has what it needs in terms of resources for the trauma of all the families that are now left behind dealing with such devastation. And so to all the community that was here earlier, praying for all the victims and for the leaders, thank you to the coalition of clergy who came earlier today. We want to say thank you for your comfort, for your prayers, and let's continue to pray. We're here to support. And one last thing I want to share, that early on, the Governor Newsom called. Every single member of the legislature called, and each one of them offered their support. And so I want to thank all my colleagues, the Governor, Lieutenant Governor Eleni Kounakis, and everyone who called and offered prayers and support. And we will put all the resources necessary to make sure that our community knows that they're going to be taken care of. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Assembly Member Mike Fong, representing the 49th Assembly District. Thank you so much to Sheriff Luna, Chief Weiss, and all the local law enforcement and state and federal partners for their leadership and efforts in finding the shooter. During the time of celebration, during the annual Lunar New Year, when families gather together, you know that our community has faced a tragic incident. So shocking, sad, and horrible. For those seeking assistance and trauma relief, please visit the Langley Center here in the city of Monterey Park. Thank you to Mayor Lowe and the Monterey Park City Council for their leadership and efforts. And thank you to the Governor and the Office of Emergency Services for their leadership and efforts in coordinating emergency response and for enhancing security here in Monterey Park and the San Gabriel Valley communities. This has been a very challenging time. As you heard from our Congresswoman, our Senator, Monterey Park is strong, Monterey Park is resilient, and together we'll get through these challenging times together. At this time, I'd like to introduce Monterey Park Mayor Henry Lowe.
Thank you very much, Assembly Member. I want to thank Sheriff Luna and your department for helping us seek justice today in this tragedy that has occurred. I want to thank our own Monterey Park Police Department, many of whom their officers have been on duty for over 24 hours. Thank you, Chief speak for all the personnel at the police department for your dedication in making sure that justice was brought forward. I want to thank our Fire Chief Matt Halleck and the personnel of the fire department who rushed to provide aid to those who had fallen. Working alongside our local, state, and federal partners to investigate this horrific event, we are able to say that justice has been done thanks to everyone working together. But we also know that this is just the beginning, and an unimaginable tragedy has occurred here in Monterey Park during a weekend in which we're celebrating the Lunar New Year, and a time when people come together for to spend time with families, with friends, and that was the purpose of those who gathered at the dance hall last night. But tragically, someone decided to express violence, and violence has no place in our society. And so at this moment, the community, moving forward, our priority is to make sure that those victims, their family members, are given the assistance they need to heal and to get over this trauma. And as a community, is also the moment in which we will need to move forward in a long process of healing as a community, so that we can together overcome this tragedy. But I have faith that we will be able to, because as you've heard from the comments, and again I thank everyone from Chief Luna to our Congresswoman Judy Chu, our State Senator Susan Rubio, our Assembly Member Mike Fong, Supervisor Jose Solis, everyone from the federal government, the state government, the county, our friends in neighboring cities, the region, for coming together to offer condolences, to offer their support. And we will get over this. To my friends, to our residents of Monterey Park, ours is a community that has looked in the face of the COVID pandemic. During the last years of the pandemic, we had some of the highest rates of vaccination and some of the lowest rates of infection, and it's because we came together to help each other to overcome this crisis. We had our Veterans Post create a food bank. We had people who offered assistance to those who are in need, and that really is the Monterey Park spirit, the people who make up this great city, a city that is diverse, that has welcomed waves of people, families from around the world, around this country, to call this place home, and is why many people love to live here in Monterey Park. And I have confidence that we will get over this crisis, because we must. And we will only do so if we do it together as a community, because remember, we are all in this together. And again, I just have to reiterate just the admiration we have for our own police department and fire department, who reacted quickly to this crisis and immediately activated its procedures to also tap into the resources, the partnerships that were needed to essentially be able to bring us to this moment. And my friends, we do have a long road ahead of us, but I hope that all of you who are here gathered today, those in the press, those in the community, those who have been offering their support as individuals, as organizations, about how we can help Monterey Park. The journey is just beginning, and we hope that we will continue to be on this road together to heal and to ultimately triumph over evil and adversity. Thank you very much. And now, Scott Weiss.
Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everybody. Tonight's the Lunar New Year, and we would be celebrating that tonight, but obviously we can't. The officers that were here last night are just coming back on duty right now. They're upstairs at briefing. When I get done talking to you here, I'll go back upstairs and make sure that my officers are mindful of what took place and that they're in a good place tonight, because their wellness means a lot to me, and the only way that they're going to protect this community is if they're mentally prepared to do so. So that's where I'll be going after this. I want to thank Sheriff Luna and the partnerships with the Sheriff's Department and all of our federal, state, and local partners. We couldn't have done this without their help. I want to thank the Torrance Police Department for being so vigilant to spot this vehicle. Thank you very much. We have a long way to go to heal this community. The police department here in Monterey Park will be present every moment of the day from this point on to make sure this community remains safe. That's our commitment to everybody here, and we will continue to do that into the future. I'd like to open it up for any questions.
Sheriff, did the white vehicle, the white van, did it have stolen plates on it?
When we got to the van, it did have different plates. So I'm assuming they were stolen. They weren't the plates that belong on the van.
And did Torrance, did they get a hit off of it? Was it a camera hit that hit on that stolen plate?
It was something similar to that. And that's, again, part of our partnerships with all of our agencies and some of the process we use to catch a very dangerous person and get them off the streets.
Sheriff, we've heard about that you don't have a role right now. I wanted to ask you something that could play a role in that. Is there any indication that the suspect who's now dead knew any of the victims or knew people at either of these two countries?
We're still looking into that. That's part of what the homicide detectives are investigating. Please keep in mind that, especially with the deceased victims, the coroner's office retrieved the remains not that long ago, so they're still in the process of identifying. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done to answer a lot of questions that all of us have.
Sheriff, we've heard a lot about the police work today. Sheriff, we've heard a lot about the police work today. What can you tell us about the 10 victims? 20 people have been shot, 10 people are now dead. Congressman Chu stood there and asked people to applaud your effort earlier. Today we've had the Vice President say that this type of violence needs to stop. As a community leader, what do you say about that and how, in this country, can gun violence stop?
Gun violence needs to stop. There's too much of it. We're all standing here tonight because an individual took a weapon and did the damage that we've talked about without repeating it. I think all of us need to take some ownership there. I think we really need to go back and look at what we do. California has some of the strictest gun laws in the country, but yet look what we just had today. So let's look at across our nation, see what works and what doesn't. I could tell you this, the status quo is not working. So we need to re-examine what we're doing and what may work better. And I hope that this tragedy doesn't just go on a long list of many others that we don't even talk about until the next one comes up.
And what can you tell us about the victims? Ages, relationships, were they parents, were they mothers, fathers? Who were these people?
We're still in the process of identifying all the victims. We will have that information as the days go on.
Were they most
Have you contacted
next
next of kin yet, sir?
Okay. I heard something on my right ear that sounded like the ages of the victims. The ages of the victims that we dealt with here in Monterey Park, I don't have the specific ages because they have not been identified, but they're not in their 20s or 30s. They seem to be probably, I would say, in their 50s, 60s, and maybe some even beyond there. And again, give me a second. Anyways, yes, ma'am?
Have the next of kin for the victims been contacted yet, sir?
We're still in the process of doing that.
And you talk about the criminal history of the suspect. Did he have any restraining orders? Was there a history of any sort of criminal activity with Mr. Tran prior to this?
That's something we're still looking at. We're looking at all criminal history, mental health history, and those are all things the detectives will take a very hard, long look at and see if it impacted what occurred here, the motive, and that's part of the learning lessons and sharing them with our partners and seeing if there's any gaps that were there that we may have missed.
Sheriff, one shot heard, but there were 2 bullet holes pictured in the window. Did officers return fire?
To my knowledge, there was no officer or deputy involved shooting at the scene.
Sheriff, was there anything else in the van itself that you found beyond the handgun, like any ammunition, anything like that? And do you know what his city of residence is? This suspect?
Yes to all the above, but it's none of those I can get into at this point. We have detectives all over the region continuously, working very hard to answer a lot of the very good questions you're asking regarding motive and all these other things. And the timing isn't right for me to put that out. We will, but give us several more hours. We're taking this one step at a time.
Would you be reassured that we're still safe to walk around at night?
I didn't hear the first part of that, but the suspect responsible for this tragedy is no longer with us. That was the person that is deceased now, and you're asking me if we feel we're safe. He's the one responsible for this. He is no longer a threat.
Sheriff, what is the connection?
Give me a second. I'm getting multiple questions at the same time. I hear something about guns.
They still ask about the hate crime.
One gun was seized and one found in the van. Was there a multiple gun was suspect was carrying?
We don't know yet.
Sheriff, for clarity, was there any information that led you to contact Torrance Police specifically that he would be in their area? Was there a nexus between what happened here, what you knew about, you thought your suspect, and Torrance?
Does he have a connection to Torrance, sir?
This morning, when I talked about the information we had, we put out as much information as we possibly can. Well, there was a lot of very good investigative and detective work going on. Something we don't talk about much in Southern California is our extraordinary ability to communicate and coordinate with each other. Not only the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, you see the partnership here between ourselves, the Monterey Park Police Department, my partner at the Torrance Police Department. We put this information out. We're very good with our networks, and it showed how it worked. You communicate this, officers are out on the lookout. They want to, I don't care if you work in Torrance, Long Beach, Monterey Park, you name the city, something like this happens, there's everybody who wears a badge wants that person in custody, and I think that's what you see happening today.
So there wasn't anything specific?
Teamwork that's going on out there.
There wasn't anything specific about this individual in Torrance. They just followed up on the bulletin that went out.
There's going to be more information that we'll be putting out about the specifics, but right now I'm here to report that the suspect responsible for this tragedy is no longer a threat.
Sure. It sounds like there was some sort of planning involved. It was allegedly a stolen van. It sounds like there was some sort of planning involved. If this was a stolen van, from what witnesses said, did he say anything when he went into the first club, or he just opened fire? And how did it go down?
We're still interviewing witnesses. We're interviewing witnesses at the Monterey Park location. We're interviewing witnesses at the Alhambra location, and all of it will come together when, I'm going to use, it sounds weird for me to say some of this makes sense, putting it all together and trying to figure it all out. We're still in the process of doing all that. It's going to take some days.
Can you clarify the weapons you said? You said he used an extended magazine?
Give me a second. Let me give somebody else a chance over here.
You said he used an extended magazine in a magazine-fed semi-automatic pistol. Can you clarify what type of pistol that is, generally speaking? And are the weapons you found legally obtainable in California under current law?
I believe the weapon that was recovered at the Alhambra location is not legal to have here in the state of California. We'll do more research on it. Our partners at the ATF, and by the way, I was mentioning different police departments. We can't be as successful as we are without, the FBI's been with us all day. The ATF joined in. The U.S. Marshals has been helping us. I get a personal call from the Attorney General earlier saying, what can we do to help you? I've been in communication with the governor, who you may see out here in the very near future. everybody just, what can we do to help? So everybody was pitching in.
Sheriff, that second location where the gun was wrestled away from the suspect, can you describe at all what happened? You said there were 2 people that did that.
I can tell you that the suspect walked in there probably with the intent to kill more people, and 2 brave community members decided they were going to jump into action and disarm him. They did so, took possession of the weapon, and the suspect ran away.
Were they tipped off? That's an important follow-up, Sheriff. Were they tipped off about the incident at the first location?
You're asking that second part of the question over here.
We heard that they might have been tipped off that the shooting happened, that somebody might be coming to their dance studio. Have you heard anything, or can you say anything?
I have not heard that, but that's possible.
Can you relay for us what your deputies said it looked like when they went into the first venue in Monterey Park? Did they tell you what they encountered?
Our deputies, actually the brave police officers from the Monterey Park Police Department are the first responders to the initial scene. I don't know if the chief has more information on that that he can
Chief,
ask about or answer, I should say.
Yes. What did the officers relay to you? What the scene was like when they first made entry?
The first officers on scene were some of my youngest officers. They'd only been on the street for a very short period of time. When they came into the parking lot, it was chaos. There were wounded people. There were people trying to flee out all the doors. They immediately went into action, and within just a couple minutes, those officers had entered the location looking for the suspect. That's our protocols here. We don't wait. Inside, they came across a scene that none of them had been prepared for. So there were injured people inside, there were dead people inside, and my young officers did their job, searched for a suspect, and then came back and had to deal with the carnage that was inside. And it was extensive. That's one of the reasons I need to make sure that they're okay.
How long did it take them to arrive on the scene?
Between the time of call and the first officer on scene was less than 3 minutes.
How long have they been officers?
The youngest ones have only been out on their own in training for the last several months.
Can you talk about the layout of that issue at all? I mean, in terms of where the shooter was, where he was shooting from, where everyone was.
Hold on. I got a gentleman up here asking questions. Someone's talking over. Can you repeat that, please?
In terms of the layout of that, in the Monterey Park business, where were people inside? Were they on a dance floor? Were they congregated in a certain area? And where did the shooter come in from? Was he inside when he started firing? Can you just give us any sort of sense of how this played out inside the building?
We will, but not tonight. We'll get there. We'll get there. All excellent questions, and we will get there.
Sheriff, you're not saying where the suspect is from. Residents, city of residents, you're not confirming or writing that tonight?
Not tonight, because we're still in the process of following up, serving search warrants. We want to get to the motive. We want to know what the heck happened here. The only way we're going to get there is through a lot of very hard detective work, and we plan on doing just that. So thank you very much. Thank you for all of your support today. Couldn't have done this without you. Thank you very much.
Good. I need like a media person, like somebody in the media that just kind of.
You good?
I have no idea. Pepe said, is Mo in chat on Discord? I have no idea. I haven't looked at Discord in like probably 20 minutes or 30 minutes. She is on Discord, but I don't know if she's active right now. I wanted to show you guys something else. I know this AWP guy was live. I was like, this guy's a weirdo, man, and he's live streaming. I guess because he wants to show people that he's not locked up and he's doing well or something. So he went live with the other weirdo, the other weirdo that caved in on his channel and freaked out or whatever because people were criticizing him. They're both weirdos on together. They belong together, streaming together and shit. Weirdo ass. Here. So let's take a look at this. There was something, a witness. Where did I put it? Of course I lost it. So that's over. Here's the interview with witness.
Ross, I know now.
KCAL News. Check it out. Okay. Oh, I gotta get rid of that. So this is
Now you have that exclusive new interview and video you want to show us.
Well, that's right, Pat. You know, I've been speaking with this witness for quite some time, and I want to be very clear here. The Sheriff's Department has not confirmed precisely why that gunman went into that studio, but this witness believes through her connections, through the community, and knowing everyone at that party, the reason was because she believes that this suspect man was looking for his wife and found his wife inside the ballroom. Again, that has not been confirmed by LASD, senior official sources that I've been speaking with all evening long. But take a listen what she had to say about that and what happened during the shooting. This is our first glimpse inside the actual scene.
He found his wife there, so she started to shooting everybody on the one day dance.
So maybe his wife was at the ball.
Boom. Boom. This coincides with what Chester was saying about this supposedly the owner of the club invited the wife but didn't invite the husband, and the homeboy's jealous or whatever. Weirdo.
His wife there, so she started to shooting everybody on the one day dance.
So maybe his wife was at the ballroom that you were in.
Yes.
Did he say anything? Did he say anything when he was shooting?
No, he just come and then hold the gun and then start to shoot. I just saw him to shoot, to hold the gun, so I ran and I heard and I hide myself.
Well, thank God you're okay. Thank God. Did you see the mugshot, the pictures of him that are on TV now?
Yeah.
Is that him?
I'm not sure. I only see he wear the glasses, but the clothes similar.
The clothes are similar.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts today about what happened?
I don't know. Now my mind, I don't want to thinking anything now. I just want to go to the temple to pray for everybody, and then it's all. I need to take a rest.
Of course, now we have confirmed that the person found inside that van in Torrance is in fact the shooter, is in fact the mugshot that she saw and thought that she recognized. This is video that she took 30 seconds before the shooting, just before she's on the edge of the ballroom dance floor here, as you can see, just before she went into the restroom and heard that first round of gunfire. She came back out, someone in front of her was shot, and then she ran and hid inside a fitting room there. It's such a difficult situation. She was terrified to speak. That's why we had to disguise her voice. She describes to me.
I was wondering because the voice sounded kind of weird. I thought it was like some AI robot, but I guess they did it to mask her voice.
Me that her husband was inside the entire time, and they were reunited after she ran out and sought help at a local business. Both are doing okay tonight, but she does know just about everyone in that community and just about, Pat, everyone that was affected and lost their lives during all of this. I also want to tell you that I did speak with senior officials inside the Sheriff's Department, and they're still in the process of removing the bodies from the crime scene.
So I'm just like, wow, like they're still removing the bodies. Like we haven't heard names yet and stuff like that. I mean, I guess it takes time, but I would just, I don't know, think by now maybe we'd hear some names and like who and age and stuff like that. And nothing. I do have to head out of here soon because I got to run out. But I want to acknowledge the super chats and also just thank you guys for coming through. We'll probably follow because I really just want to know if this guy was just this weirdo with this thing with this dance studio thing. He got upset that his wife went there. All right, let me get these here. Jennifer, thank you for the super chat. Says Mel, thanks for your wonderful coverage. I have enjoyed being a member. Thank you. Much love to you all. Thanks. Egypt Mania Thompson. Maybe he was tired of people attacking his people and took revenge. Just a thought. Love you, Mel. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Maybe he was tired of people attacking his people. So what? He killed his people? His own people? I don't get it. Maybe he was tired of people attacking his people and took revenge. Karen, thank you for the super chat. Sonia, thank you for the super chat. Christine, these folks are ridiculous. They all knew what Chester knew early on. True. This was personal. The perp knew the victims, and it was not a hate crime. Well, that lady that came on that was talking about the hate crime thing earlier, she changed her tune now on this next presser, right? Billy Jones, thank you so much for the 15-month membership. Thank you. Says love you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys on the membership side because it really helps out too. Like if we have days that videos get demonetized or whatever else, you guys support me and you keep me going. So thank you. Quinn B, thanks for the super chat. Says Mel, I digress. Sent you an email. Okay. R.E. Jared, I called you, but I think, yeah, it's probably an old number. I've updated my numbers, but I think I have an old number for you. I cannot grasp he went live. He knows the victim's info was released. He's a true sociopath. To me, when I saw that, I didn't even listen to the guy. I didn't hear what he said, but I could kind of read his face. Total weirdo. But like you said, I don't know. You know, to me, in my opinion, he's a weirdo. He's trying to put on a front and wants his people to know and whoever else watching that he's okay. He's not locked up. He's great and he's fine. And he brings on the other weirdo from whatever country that person's, Australia, whatever. The other weirdo, he's one of those people that believe you can do whatever you want in life and you just go repent and it's all washed away and shit. Not like repent in the sense of, but I mean like the Mormon belief where that you can do whatever. You can do all kinds of shit to allegedly to kids or whatever. You just, go in there and throw some water on your face and it's all gone. You never did it. He's one of those weirdos in my opinion. And so you got both weirdos on there. I really feel like he's somebody that's just forcing appearances. And you see his supporters. I glanced in the chat too. Those people are just blind. They don't care. They don't care. You could do anything. These people will still support you. And so, yeah, and that guy doesn't normally go live, right? I don't think that guy goes live. And he had like 2,000 people. And I'm kind of like, this guy has like 3 million subs. It's like 2,000 people. I never like to talk about numbers because shit, I have days that are low. I have days that maybe we won't even get 1,000 people or less or whatever. But like 3 million people and that's what you're pulling? It's kind of, it's weird. Weirdo shit. It wasn't even 2,000. It was like 1,700 or something. Maybe people didn't know he was live or something. Yeah, I don't really know. I didn't listen to the context of their conversation with AWP, so I don't know what's going on. Emily, they may be protecting victims' privacy. Maybe so. Maybe you're right on that. It's probably a good idea because the media probably would be relentless. They'll probably start calling families. They'll probably start wanting to do interviews and stuff like that. So maybe it's actually it'll be good for the victims. Egypt Mania Thompson, my bad. I understand better. Oh, maybe because you didn't know the guy. Yeah, he's Asian. You're saying was going to getting bits and pieces. I got home from work. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I was a little confused about that. I got home from work about the time you went live. Okay, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, we've been live all day. It's been a long day. Yeah, the AWP stuff, there's a whole bunch of mess with that. And I haven't really talked about it in a while. I just know I got upset the other day because the court messed up and they didn't redact this victim's information or whatever. And so they got put out there. And then you have these weird scummy people online that are like, oh, it's okay. Oh, she put herself out there. Like these trashy ass people that had somebody, you could say the same for these people that are saying that comment. Okay, well, you put yourself out there too. What if these people start looking you up and start coming for your family, start putting out your social and hunting your family and your friends and showing up at your house? You know, would they have the same tune? No. They'd be crying on the internet too. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here, man. Love you guys. We don't know anything about these victims. So, you know, rest in peace. I'm really just kind of curious still. Oh, this the guy's name. And I'm still kind of like 70. How old is this guy? 72 years old? Hold on, let me get the other one, the other browser. Cant Sleep, Monterey Park suspect identified. 5 fast facts you need to know. A lot of this stuff is just reiterations of what we already know, but like the top portion here, Cant Sleep, 72 years old, mass shooting suspect. And it was interesting that reporter that had asked the question and was like, you know, we had heard that, you know, this guy went, obviously shot the first place up. He goes to the second place. And so allegedly that there was a rumor that the second place had a heads up that this guy was coming. And so that's how they detained him and stopped him. I don't know if that's really true or what. And the police said they didn't hear about that, but it's just interesting because a lot of times those reporters are getting on the ground local information. And even though the police are there, people are less inclined to talk to police, and maybe they'll talk to reporters, or maybe the reporters can get locals to speak up. So yeah, this guy, 72 years old. And I wonder how he escaped the second location. Did they just want to get him out of there and they let him go, or I don't know. But yeah, those people tackling him and subduing him, at least taking the weapon away, who knows how many other lives they saved. He could have gone on another rampage. So, but yeah, I guess I'm out of here, man. Thank you guys so much again. Please hit like on the way out. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. And yeah, peace.